a nice day outside. And I hope you guys are staying cool or staying dry wherever you may be. But with all that said, I'm just going to get right into it. It's time! It's time for the second round of our Madden series. In this case, Season 10. Just want to say hello to those who are here. And, well, I will say that, and I'll mention it as we go into the broadcast, but I will say that it felt like a long week, longer than it usually would be. But with all that said, I look forward to this show, and I hope you guys do too. So, with all that said, who is ready for some Madden? And while we take a moment, I just want to wish nothing but the best for those who are less fortunate. There's a lot of people out there that, hey, what's up, Ram? But yeah, there's a lot of people that could use a lot of help. But anyway, great to see Ram and Brian Happy Meal Hernsberger. So anyway, how you doing, man? And of course, Ram. Well, I will say this, Ram, you did pretty well in your game last week, I believe. Yes, last week. But yeah, great to see you, Ram, and also Happy Meal Hernsberger. I want to say hello to you too as well. Watching SmackDown. Well, I know it's a lot more different than when Vince was around, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, what more could I say about it? And I know I realize that I realize that it may be late for some people, but anyway, everyone's watching SmackDown. Yeah, it does kind of feel weird that Vince is gone, but I can probably say the same thing about the likes of like at my job, I had a New Day versus Raiders. Obviously, not talking about the Las Vegas Raiders either. Yeah, but it just feels so weird without Vince because he had been a staple for so long, for better and for worse. But I mean, like the old saying goes, all good things or all things must come to an end, and it was really only a matter of time before Vince had to call it quits. And of course, the reports about some of the things that he did. Well, it hasn't been confirmed. It did play a part into why he retired, and it just feels it just feels so weird without him. But then again, it kind of felt like that with the Price is Right when Bob Barger retired. That's a Nelly Furtado song. Wow, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I remember Nelly uh, when Nelly Furtado when she had her show. Hey, what's up, the Chaos Reaper, and Mr. Atticus Black. So we just got the show started not that long ago. But how's everything going, man? So I may as well go into the teams that are still in the hunt before I do that. But yes, great to see Atticus. So far, the two teams that have been eliminated already are the Jets. That features Najee, Diamond Light, who else? Shadow Knight, Ram, Or actually, no, that was JT Price. My mistake. But yeah, Ram also got eliminated with the Detroit. Yes, and as a matter of fact, you do have a game today. In fact, you and your boo have one. Absolutely. But yeah, Zach Walker's gone. PPF's gone. Well, eliminated from the show, but well, not from the show, but from the playoffs in this season. MBN John, and of course Ram, unfortunately. But Ram did get to play for the Detroit Lions, and that was via a trade. But among the teams that are still left, that includes Atticus Black with the Carolina Panthers and Crushing Kelly, Patty Chase, and Brandon Cuevas. And that's just one team. I mean, there's 7 other teams. I could go through all of them, but you're going to get to see it without question. Also, hey, what's up, Tito? And Tito, I have some good news, my friend. You are going to have a game today as well. So now the question is, Atticus, since you're the first player among those who are still in the playoffs, Atticus, would you like to have your game first, or would you like to wait? And if you wish to wait, then I'll ask Tito the same question, and we'll just go from there. Yeah, you're in this one, Tito. So you actually have a spot, my friend. But again, it's up to Atticus, and then of course I'll let him or rather let his teammates and his opponents know, and then Tito says, "Hey, Brian and Atticus." And then Tito says, "Thank you." But mm, unless maybe Atticus is sharing this out with his girl, Crushing Kelly. I don't know. We'll see. Happy Meal Hernsberger is popular. Oh, so let me take my stuff out of my pockets. I don't need that. I'll have my phone out in case someone tries to call for me. Okay. But yeah, Atticus, I await your decision. If not, when I get to the 10-minute mark and you hadn't decided yet, I'll just go over to Tito and he can make the decision. No rush, but I do want to get the show rolling eventually. And yet, and of course, you can defer if you wish to. It's not a problem. But anyway, as we wait for that, I'm just gonna say that when there's 2 Brians, they may as well call me that. Oh, you mean like if there's another Brian? Yeah, because I can't think of too many other Bryans other than like Brian Danielson or let me see. Hey, Feck, what's up, man? No, that's not Brian LG. That's Feck. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. Oh yeah, that's right. The other Brian. Yes, I almost. I'm like, what? Oh yeah, that's right. Brian LG. Yes. But yeah, what's up, Feck? Let me see. Feck. Oh yeah, that's right. Feck is also a player. Right. NWO is changing. Really? And then PFW says hi, Feck. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. To distinguish one Brian from another. Okay. Well, I'll give that option to Tito, and that is Tito. Would you like to have your game up next? And of course, you're going to be you're on the Seattle Seahawks, and you'll be facing off against the lowest seed in the Jacksonville Jaguars. So how about it, Tito? Are you ready to play? You can you can defer. That means you can pass for if you don't know what that means. So, and in fact says hello to. Oh, okay. All right, you got it. All right, let's set it up then. Well, first let me get your teammates, and then let me get your opponents. So let me do that. And by that, I'm just going to reach out to them. So this will take a couple of moments. All right, let me get Shifty the Clown, or Shifty the Dragon Clown. Cheech. Hmm, interesting. Anyway, I was just looking at my Twitter messages. Oh yeah, that's right. MSW's doing a show. I didn't realize that. Fingers and I. Oh, okay. Where's? Oh yeah, that's right. Shifty, shifty, shifty. It's been storming in Texas. Oh, there's shifty. And of course, this would also be a good time to go get snacks and stuff like that. But how is it storming in Texas? Is it like raining or is it windy or something? Anyway, let me get Cole Weston. But oh, rain and thunder and lightning. Oh dear. And it's kind of funny because we would much rather have that because we need some rain. Darn it. It's like like what you don't need, we need, and then what we need, you don't need. I just find it funny, but also pretty sad in the same context, really. Yeah, because I got scared of the lightning was flicker. Yeah, I mean I've had that happen, but during the colder months, really. And then finally, last but not least, let me get Elmeister. When I was close to a window, oh no. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I mean, I'd probably be scared too if that happened to me. It really is. Storms are not my favorite. Who is it? Who is like it? It's terrible, really. Okay, let me get Darius Helms now. All right, Darius. Where's Darius? Oh, here he is, Darius. I've been in Boy Scouts, but raining I am fine with, but not the other stuff. Okay. Okay. Then I don't have a way to contact Sly Cooper, but Gregory. Let me get him and Jose. So let me get AKA the man behind Dragonheart. Who's he? Oh, and of course there's Jose Blanco. I was gonna call you, but I'm happy that you came in. Anyway, well, I mean, there's a lot of things I'd be scared of too. I mean, there's a lot of things that people can be scared of. I mean, there's a lot of things I'm scared of, and for good reason, really. Spiders are my top fear. Yeah. Oh, and also, hey, what's up, Patty? Patty Chase, and of course, we're gonna see Patty in another game later on tonight. It's gonna be a big night. All right, now that we got many of the top stars here, let's get into it. Now, of course, the Seattle hosting. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the wrong one. I meant to put the Jaguars over here. Yeah, there we go. QRS. Okay, there we go. But yeah, Patty McMeal. I mean, I did call her Patty McCheese, but I'm gonna stick to Patty Chase. But yeah, and then of course Patty answers aptly enough, "Hi, Mr. Happy Meal." Anyway, up next are the Jacksonville Jaguars, which includes Jose Blanco and Darius Helms. And on the other side, this is a Seahawks team that still has Russell Wilson, even though IRL he is no longer with them. So yeah, this was before he was traded. All right, partly clouded. We'll go with clear, and okay, we'll go with this one. All right, without any further ado, let's get to our first game. Took about 18 minutes to get this one going. And I'm hoping, well, I don't want to say anything about that. I subscribe to Pat McAfee and he does football. Well, of course he does. Jose, why would you say that? I almost said it myself, but why would you say that? Come on, man.
Tonight, from Seattle, Washington.
Or, wait, don't tell me it's cracking up, is it?
Of the NFL on EA Sports.
I was about to say, yeah, don't jinx it, dude. Okay, good. I had to check myself just to see if that was the case, but thankfully not.
We'll see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle,
Lumen
Washington.
Field. It just doesn't have the same bite as, say, Quest Field or...
when their Seahawks are introduced.
Well, I forgot the other name that they use, but
set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, of course, Jose. Anyway, Jose, you're on the Jacksonville Jaguars. You're on the team of white. I almost forgot to mention that. Also, I forgot to say hello to Patty and also ask how is everything going in Patty Chase land. Oh yeah, Century League Field was what it once was. I say that was still better than Lumen Field, honestly. But despite the name change, it is still a formidable
The kickoff
home
unit is
field.
out on the field, and they will send this one away.
I mean, we've had our fair share of
This is DJ
games here.
Reed returning.
And they get it to the 26, so that's a little bit better than average.
Here come the Seahawks. Time for that offense and quarterback.
And of course, the quarterback at the time,
Similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has
the franchise player, Russell Wilson.
From the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an
Now, as far as
winner.
the offensive
Usually
players
has his team
for
in the
Seattle,
playoffs, competing
that
for Super Bowl
includes
opportunities.
Tito and Shifty the Clown as offensive linemen. Tito is the center, the guy that snaps the ball, and one of the tackles is Shifty the Clown. More on the defense for the Jacksonville Jaguars in a moment.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson.
Fakes the handoff. And Wilson going to run it and gets a decent gain of 4 yards. Second and 6.
Second down.
You know, I don't think
As
this
for
is
the
last
defensive
time we'll see
players,
that in this game.
there's
This
only
guy's
one,
mobility
and that is
want to
Darius
use his
Helms.
legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs.
Hey, what's
as
up,
well as his
Brandon?
Scrambles.
And of course,
6
Brandon, we'll
yards left
see
on
Brandon
second down.
in a game later on today, or tonight, I should say.
On the ground, this is
For all I know, it could be day where Ram is.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
All right, so 3rd and 4 for the next one. And then all is good in Patty land. Yes.
He understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
All right, so 3 and 4.
Throwing is
Can they
Wilson.
get this? Oh, no, he don't. He does not get it. He couldn't even get it off. And what a sack that was. I didn't even see who got him there.
On 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game.
I mean, his name tag was to his back.
One of the few things defense is
Wait, what was that?
How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start.
That was, is that Josh Allen? I believe that was Josh Allen, the defensive end. Not to be confused with the quarterback of the same name. And they're not, and no, they're not related either.
This is taken at about the 14.
However, Seattle
yards
does
on the
have
punt
field
there.
position in
And the
its
Jaguars
advantage
go on
here.
offense, first down and
And then
10.
Atticus says hello to Patty.
So out comes this offense to
Well,
take over for the
next
first
up is
time.
Trevor Lawrence.
They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Anyway, so the I should also mention the special teams player in Sly Cooper, who is the punter and kicker for the Jaguars. More on the other players for Jacksonville and Seattle now that the sides have been flipped. Oh, John Allen? I thought it was Josh Allen.
And they'll throw on first down.
And they get the completion and then some. They get it all the way to the 46. 26 yards. Oh, yeah, Josh Allen. Okay, all right.
Oh, that was a nice job there.
I mean, that was just a great play.
That was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field.
Wow, what anticipation. He was there.
Right into his route.
Was Jones Jr. to get, you know, that play. And, of course, another Jones had to take him down, the 4th.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield.
So for the defense, Cole Weston is a defensive end, and strong safety is Elmeister.
Snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
Not a bad run. That could have been bad, but it was good.
That's a nice job there defensively.
On offense, you have tight end Gregory Blakely, a.k.a. the man behind Dragonheart. And at wide receiver is Jose Blanco.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
And then Patty says, hi, Atticus.
Play fake for Robinson.
A play
Now
fake.
Lawrence.
And he's going to go long. But, wait, well, nice, good, well defended there.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there.
I mean,
a really good idea.
I mean, that was a great throw there by Lawrence. But it was just well defended.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Now a 3rd and 5.
Now
Lawrence gets a short pass and just enough to keep the drive alive.
Down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm.
And Arnold with a completion for 8 yards.
Able to have some confidence.
Or reception, I should say.
The pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
It probably would have been over, but I mean, this is Jacksonville we're talking about. It's never over until it is.
Lawrence on 1st down.
Lawrence, that was not a good throw, and that could have been picked off. Incomplete.
But getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
They hand it off, and not a good run. They managed to get only 1 yard on that one. Actually, no, they got pushed back by 1. Oh, boy. 3rd and 11. I mean, great defense, though, by the Seattle Seahawks, but that was just not a good play call.
That size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
It'll be a nickel look
3rd and 11
Seahawks on 3rd down.
at the 42. Can Jacksonville get it? Lawrence with enough time. He's going to go for it. Oh, no, wait, whoa. We got a flag, and this could be good for them or bad. It was a defensive pass interference, and that's going to put them at the 7-yard line. That was just, oh, no, that's not a good penalty to take if you're Seattle. Because now that puts them in range for a touchdown. If, you know, and of course they have the field goal to fall back on, but just not a good penalty either way. And not a good throw either by Trevor Lawrence.
Be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Also, let me check in and see how
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Yeah, nobody was open.
And he'll be stopped up after
well,
only a
they get
couple
2 yards on that one, but
2 straight shots
5
on
at the 5-yard line with 3rd and goal.
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And they get the completion, but just short.
A 4-yard pickup, not
so now tough decision. Do you try to go for it,
well, we hear so often how
or do you just play it safe and take the field goal?
It's so important to tackle well on these receivers.
I mean, that's something you got to look at.
3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
I mean, great catch, though, but just short of the end zone. And what's this? Well, it looks like Sly Cooper is going to kick a field goal. No, wait, he's not.
On 4th and goal from the 1.
They're going to run it, but can they get it? No, they don't. They don't. Oh, man. I thought for a moment they were going to get it, but they didn't. So they lose the ball on downs. They risked it. And unfortunately, Taylor got himself injured or Not sure how he got injured, unfortunately. But a big stop, and also, hey, welcome back, Tito. And, of course, Tito very happy that his team got the stop. But now they have bad field position as they have to start at the 3. Got to be careful, though. They run it. Collins gets 3 yards on that one. So it gives them a little bit of space to work with.
That's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down.
Exactly. You would think that they would just, take whatever points they can get.
Chains are on target, ahead of schedule.
And wait a minute. Well,
Yeah,
nice.
over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
Just great eyesight there. Great. Just taking what you can get and gets it to Disley. I know, very early in the first quarter. I mean, it's like, why would you do that? I can understand if you're, down by 8 points, or you're down to where you have to take the field, or not the field goal. You have to try to go for that touchdown, but it's early. Anyway, there you see number 50, Tito, and Shifty, the Clown, 83.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Play action. It's Wilson.
And they fake the handoff. And a completion.
To DK Metcalf.
And they get it to DK Metcalf. Sometimes I call him Donkey Kong Metcalf because of the DK surname. But still, great play there by Metcalf.
Should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And
Tito is a Seattle Sea Chicken fan.
Keeps moving.
Well, I mean, I don't know if he is, but I mean, you'd have to ask him that because he was merely drafted by the team. And of course, there you have TRC.
Wilson now off the bootleg.
What's up, man? Oh! And of course, Josh Allen gets himself a sack.
It'll go as a loss of
a little tribute to Saxonville. And it couldn't have come at it could not have come at a worse time for Seattle. And of course, the offensive coordinator getting a mouthful by Pete Carroll.
And how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out.
So yeah, he was merely drafted by the team. He's not a fan actually. It's just that he was drafted as there were 10 teams that drafted that this time around.
That complicates
anyway,
things a bit here.
But yeah, good to see. It's good to see Mr. TRC.
Another try after the first.
Another completion and almost another first down.
17 as they're set up better now.
3rd and 1.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator.
But I had no idea, Patty, that you were not a fan of the Seattle Seahawks, or as you call them, the Sea Chickens. Another completion and another first down. And it was DK Metcalf from the one before that.
As they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Seems as if the passing attack starting to heat
I'm a Steeler fan, though. I'm a Steeler fan through and through.
And you can see the momentum.
Of course,
because now they're reading their patterns.
She's a
downfield.
cheesehead, TJ.
They're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
All right, 1st and 10 at the 44. They faked handoff. Another completion. And who else? DK Metcalf.
Inside the 20.
Seattle with all the momentum.
These two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Nope, I root for the team that beats the Sea Chickens. So I take it the Seahawks are your, most, disliked team. And Brandon, why are you sticking your tongue out?
Inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Oh yeah, TRC. How's everything going in TRC land? I forgot to ask
they'll
you
get
that
him
earlier.
down right around the 16. Dewan Smoot with the tackle.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they
Second and 8.
formation.
I was born and raised a Packer
then
fan.
They ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They hand it off. And they give it to Petty.
Down to about the 14. Another 2 yards.
Of course, he gets more than 1 cent. He gets 4 yards.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
I don't know, TJ. I just like being an ass. You know that.
The expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
All right, so 3rd and 6. Can they get this one?
On 3rd down, Wilson.
And can Jacksonville get a stop? Well, they get a stop. This is what they do. I said do. 4th and 8. Now, is Seattle going to go for it just like Jacksonville did? Or are they going to, take the points? Yeah, they're going to take the points.
And on comes Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash.
Goes for the kick.
Myers' kick
and it's good. So it's a 3-0 game.
And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock
of course, it also doesn't help if you're the Jaguars. That this was at around the time that what's his face, Urban Meyer was the coach at the time, right? Brabden. Who's Brabden?
Converted on the field goal try.
Oh, Brandon. Okay.
Now he's on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
And he gets
and up to about the 26
another
yard
decent
line,
return.
just across the 25. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
Well, now we'll find out if Trevor Lawrence can get some, get himself a redemption, and whether or not Jose Blanco is going to be able to help him. Don't get me started with that dummy Urban Meyer. And the sad thing is, he ruined his legacy. I always thought of him as a winner, but then when he came over to Jacksonville, I really thought that he could make him a winner. And not only did he not make him a winner, he just made him off even worse than they probably would have been if they were coached by someone who was much more smarter than he was.
Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space.
I mean, it's like,
and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but
and of course, it's not like Jacksonville hasn't had good teams, but oh, he's going to go for it. He got it. What a throw, and what a catch by Jones Jr. What a catch by Jones Jr. and a throw by Trevor Lawrence. Lawrence showing off why he was the #1 pick in 2021. And this is what they wanted him to, this is what they got him for. To do plays like this. To go long.
So how about this for field
all right, so now all of a sudden they are at the 12-yard line.
They come up on 1st and 10. Looking to
and
throw Lawrence. Throw left side.
Well, that could have been easily intercepted, but in the end, they get 3 yards on that and a timeout.
As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
54 seconds left. 2nd and 7 at the 9.
Lawrence going to throw again.
Lawrence going to run for it. Oh, he hands it off, and he gets a touchdown.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
What a throw onto Robinson. And unfortunately, the defense could not come through, and Jacksonville takes the lead, 6-3, and an extra point to come in.
Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top two options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that?
Great catch there by Robinson, and just I don't know, how do you leave him open though?
First, bring it back to the
I guess maybe they were so worried about Jose that they left Robinson open,
and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
I mean, I should also mention that Jose is a wide receiver, so they were probably worried about him. They were also worried about, Gregory Blakely. So they left Robinson by himself, and that's the result. And just like that, Jacksonville leads 7-3 with 47 seconds left in the first half. I mean, Jacksonville already beat, the Jets in New York last week.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And they will just simply take the touchback.
Opts for the touchback. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half.
Okay.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Anyway, there you see Darius Helms, number 29, as the free safety. Excuse me.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down.
And Wilson gets another pass and gets it all the way to the 46.
Use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40
All right, so now both
seconds
teams
to go in the
each with
first
2
half.
timeouts apiece.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
First and 10.
Now it's Wilson.
That was not a good throw, and that could have easily been picked off.
With the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Wilson.
And they get the completion.
By Tyler Lockett.
And no, it's 3rd and inches. I thought for a moment they had it, but it's 3rd and inches.
6 to go in half number 1.
Down to 1 timeout left, and 36 seconds left in this half. I mean, they're looking to get at least a couple of points, whether it be a touchdown or whether it be a field goal. But they need a couple more inches.
Wilson will throw again.
They do. Actually, they get a lot more than that. They get 10 yards.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Gotta say, I was a little surprised.
However, they gotta get their act together, because if they don't, the clock's gonna run out on them.
Seeing what really run for it on short yardage, so they're gonna throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
"19 seconds and counting."
This offense finding its
They're going to try to get a
now.
play off.
Here's
Let's see if they do.
1st and 10.
They do.
Here's Wilson.
Wilson runs for it.
And he's going to get a solid gain.
And with 5 seconds left.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
Kind of what I thought. They might try to go for 3 and cut it to within 1. Let's see if they do that.
So on second
they
down,
do.
The field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out.
And he hits it.
And Myers able to knock it through.
And he gets it in. And there's still 1 second left.
Within a point at 7-6.
So now it's a 7-6 game.
So far, he's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them.
Yep, it's good.
Him late in the game, his
And
confidence should
just
be
like that,
sky
it's a
high.
1-point game.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away from the 6.
All right, let's see if they can get a last-minute one. They will not. And that's the end of the half.
So
And at the end, it is 7-6. Jaguars. Jacksonville.
We'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports halftime report. This one has the look of a game that could very well go down to the wire. Just 1 point separating these two clubs at the break. But they're ready for the second half, and we are too. As we'll kick it right back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a
Hey,
closely fought
Jen.
battle to this point.
Nice to see you, Jen. The Dragonettes. Well, how's everything going in Dragonland? Oh, yeah, Jen, I almost forgot to mention one other thing. I do have a surprise for you. But other than that, how's everything going? All right, so before Jen... You're doing good, all right.
Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get
And
the
hold that
football as
thought.
we are underway
Let's
in the
get right to
second
this
half. Fielded just outside the goal
fielding
line.
spot. And they're going to start at the 25.
The 25.
So anyway, I have some good news, and that is, Jen, I've decided to make you and Lissa a tag team. And I actually booked your first match, and it will be on Sunday. There's not going to be a show tomorrow on Saturday, as I have a commitment
They didn't get it moving
with
the way
family
that they would
and
like. They had
with
success throwing it, but I think
the
these first couple of drives,
church that I go
they wanna
to.
get those running backs going and give them more
But I will be
opportunities,
available
and I will guarantee you that those
after
guys are
Sunday
lobbying for
service
them in the locker room at halftime.
for Blue Toad Wrestling. So I just wanted to let you know, and also let anyone else know about the next show after this
He
one.
will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
And
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This
all right, so
defense is
2nd and
flat
11
getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game.
for
Case in
Jacksonville.
point right there.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. I'm just very happy to. That makes me happy to know that you're good. So I'm happy. And also, hey, what's up, Jet Strike? And it's nice to see you here. And as you can guess, well, first and foremost, how's everything going in Jetland, in Jet Strike Land? I'm doing pretty well, my friend. All right, they hand it off, and unfortunately, they don't even get anything. In fact, it's a no gain.
Back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run
Of course, we have
defense.
Jet Strike, who is the
Linebackers
newest
making
member
plays near the line
of our
scrimmage.
roster.
Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, I'm happy you're doing well,
Down
man.
now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just
All right,
nowhere to
Jacksonville,
go on the ground.
3rd and
They're
11.
struggling
Let's
to
see if
put
they can
up
get it.
points.
He's going to go deep. He got it.
And he's got
But
his
did he
big
get enough
tight
yards,
end
though?
here.
That's the thing.
And he will have a
And he got
Jaguars
it.
first down
Just
as they're
barely,
able
but
to
just
get
enough.
the
And he
third
got
down
it to, of
conversion.
course, the man behind Dragonheart, and that is Gregory Blakely,
There's a
the
great
tight
example
end.
right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in
I
the
mean,
third
and
quarter of
the
this
fact
one,
that he was able
and
to
this
make
is a
that
tight
play,
one.
that
In
just
order
goes to show
maintain
why he
pace,
was a
keep
Super
the
Bowl
ball
champion.
away from the other team and put points on the board.
You're a Buffalo Bills
Those are
fan.
the plays they
Interesting.
need to continue
And also,
to convert.
what I don't find interesting is these
Ball up to the
bots.
35
Thank you very
now
much.
as they come up on 1st and 10.
Throw out the challenge flag. Well,
on it now with Robinson.
I'm surprised they
And this
didn't,
defense
but,
not giving him anything there.
well,
Maybe
now
a
that they've
yard
ran a
to the
play,
36.
did Jacksonville. Too
No
late for
doubt
that
about it.
now.
Really nice
But yeah, I
job
didn't
there
know
by
you
the
were a
defense
Buffalo
not
Bills
allowing
fan.
him to get to the perimeter
But at least I know that. But at least I know that you're interested. As believe it or not, think of Blue Toad Wrestling, but now it's in football form. So you have created players on the rosters. Of course, most of the roster is consisting of the real life players that come with the game.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can.
Yeah, that is true. Those spots are messed up, and then Tito says, "That's cool, Jet."
To him and try and cover him before he gets going.
So after
all right, so Trevor Lawrence
get another here, 1st and 10 at the 45.
At the 45,
Lawrence will throw.
Lawrence gets a completion and a first down. And he gets it past midway, and he gets it to who else? The man behind Dragonheart, Gregory Blakely. I have to imagine, Jen, you have to be happy with the man behind Dragonheart, as he was able to make that catch. I mean, it's catches like that that it just goes to show why he was a Super Bowl champion last season. But I think it would be not really. I tried to do it every every weekend. But
this is caught by Robinson.
Well, anyway, you don't have to worry about it right now. But I can add you to next season or season 11, as this is season 10. So I'll let you think about that one. You don't have to. But otherwise, it's nice to see. It's great to see you. Yeah, I'll let you think about it. Anyway, they hand it off, and they get enough for a first down, and they get it to Hyde.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition set
and then
in with this
and Tito on the bench is going defense.
Getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
I mean, Jacksonville, I will say this, Jacksonville is having their way with Seattle. I never would have suspected it, but they are.
Snap to Lawrence as he taps this.
Nice play. Nice play call, though. And he gets another first down to the 11.
Now they double it and get 10 here.
I mean, can Jacksonville do this? Can they go to the semifinals? Defense got broken. Yeah, apparently so. I mean, we'll see if. I mean, it may be bending, but will it break? That's the question. They hand it off, and I mean, nice run there to get 7 yards, but now it's 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive
they don't only need to get to the 1 yard line to get a fresh set of downs. But yeah, like as far as Jet Strike, if you're still here, I have to think as far as the real life Buffalo Bills team. And wait, did they get this one? We'll have to look at the replay, but I want to say he fell short of a first down, or rather he got the first down, but not the touchdown. Let's see if we can get a good look at this one.
Got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled
Let's
the
see.
defense into thinking
From
that
the top view, he hasn't touched the ground yet. Now, well, yeah, he broke the plane with the ball before one of his knees touched the ground, so he got it. Incredible play there by Robinson. And I believe that's his 2nd touchdown.
And it's up. It's good.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think Robinson has a receiving touchdown and a rushing touchdown. But yeah, Wilson, I have to imagine he's not too happy about this. And neither is Pete Carroll, the coach. Well, now it's up to Seattle if they can come back. Because right now, Jacksonville has got their foot on the throat.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession.
All right, so first and 10, and they're going to start at the 23. But as far as Tito is concerned, you know, he and Shifty will have to do everything they can to protect Russell Wilson. If Russell is to get, if Russell is to reach down deep into that reserve that he had, and still has, by the way, that Seattle can pull this one out. We'll see. Super Mario 3 or Super Mario World? Ooh, that's a tough one because if I had to pick, I probably would go with Super Mario 3. But Super Mario World is no slouch. I just think that, you know, 3 was just... Oh man, 3 had just great controls. I mean, they also had a couple more power-ups and whatnot, but 3 was awesome. I will say that. But Mario World, I will not dispute that Mario World is a great game too. Also, great to see LD. Wait a minute, we got a flag. Let's see what this is.
Let's check on the call.
It's a holding, and it's against Seattle, and it's against Gabe Jackson. That's terrible because that's going to put them back second and 12. The raccoon was overpowered. Oh, you mean the Tanuki suit? Yeah. Whether it's the Leaf or the Tanuki suit, it's awesome.
Following the holding penalty. Again, they
hand it off. And they don't really get very much on that one. In fact, they get nothing, and that's the end of the third quarter.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down.
Well, if the Seahawks are going to come back in this, they're down by 8. They'd have to score a touchdown and get the 2-point conversion just to tie the game. So pressure's on as far as Seattle is concerned. But I have to imagine that same pressure is on Jacksonville.
The Seahawks on third down.
Yeah, great to see you, LD.
2 for 4 thus far.
And of course, the person behind LD also won 2 Super Bowls back-to-back, if I'm not mistaken, winning the championships with the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals.
So good with a field goal, don't necessarily need a touchdown.
All right, so Jet Strike is going to go with the Seahawks. That would be the team in blue and shades of lime green.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's put a spotlight focus on Tito, a.k.a. the guy that is the center. And oh my goodness, that almost could have been picked. That could have been that could have been picked off though. Yes, because the person behind your character, LD, Greg, he won 2 championships back to back in the series. I don't know if you knew that. I believe I mentioned it before, but it's been a while. Well, they get a couple of yards on that one, but only 4.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively,
I am.
tackling's been really good.
But I try not to get a new series every year, because basically I try to get it every other year. So if anything, I'm waiting for Madden 24. But yeah, that is true, LD.
Throwing again here, Wilson.
And they got it. No, that was a terrible throw.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive
with the field sense thing. Yeah. And if I do get Madden 23 or 24, hopefully by then the PS5 will be, much more affordable. Or if I try to get it on sale on Black Thursday or something like that, and they're gonna punt this. Why would? Well, that's going to be a touchback at the 20, but why would you punt this?
Into the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars
Okay.
offense now heads
Or
back
actually,
onto the
yeah,
field.
Tino, you can
Right
get
now,
it,
clinging
and
to a one-score
you know,
lead,
so
Charles, and I think
yeah, go for it,
operating
man.
within that 4-minute offense
At least you
with
can
a
tell me
little
how
less
it
than 4
is.
minutes to go
So
applies here, right?
hopefully,
It certainly
I hope you
does,
enjoy
and
it, my
that means
friend.
The playbook is still wide open, but you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling.
But
You want
seriously,
plays
though,
that
like,
are gonna
you're
gain
down.
yardage,
You may as well try to
would
go
you say,
for it.
consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield.
Well,
Make
now
sure the clock
we'll have to find
continues
out
to
if
run.
Seattle can get the ball
First
back.
down, and the goal ending down at the end. Okay, so they gave up the completion.
Anyway, nice
But I
completion
really
there by
enjoyed watching
Gregory
how the
Blakely.
defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing.
Although if you're Trevor
communicating,
Lawrence, the
there he
last
is,
thing
and
you
they
want to do is
passed him
throw a
off
pick
each defender.
6. You just
Ends up
cannot
making a
do
nice
it.
play, even though it was
So you got to be
complete.
conservative.
On second down, it's Robinson. And he's
Well,
gonna
they
be
get
met
Robinson
at the line
on a
of
run,
scrimmage and taken down.
but he only
Called
gets
no
about,
gain that
I want
time.
to say,
It's gonna leave him with a
3
third
or
and about
2 or 3
3 to
yards
go.
on that one. But it's 3rd and
Obviously,
3.
that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up.
So
the
this
key
is a
third
big stop.
down.
Can they get this
If you're
one?
on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be
And the-
sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you
Come
said
on now,
keep
let's
third
not-
down.
let's let this
Highlight
not
that
be-
word, put it in bold. Here we go.
Hopefully it's not going to
Lawrence
crap out on
third
me.
down.
And
And
that was a bad
incomplete.
throw.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and
Bad
5 or
in the
less,
sense
we have
that
to
not
be able to
only
convert. And I
is
guess
it
every team
incomplete,
would say
that stops the
Charles,
clock.
but an opportunity missed there.
Well, they were
So
trying
now
to
Seattle's
tell
gonna
us
get the
they
ball
knew
back.
It's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
All right, so
The
4th and
Jaguars
3.
send out their punter.
Now it's going to be up
As
to
he's on the punt
Jacksonville
for the
to
first time
stop
tonight.
them again.
Just a 30-yard punt.
All right, so
that
they
time.
get
And it'll be
so they get it to the
Seahawks football
39-yard line,
first
so
and
that's
10.
much better position to start
Seattle
off
now
with.
ready to march out of the field. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now
So
the
now
formula
2 minutes and
pretty
34
simple. They need to
seconds
find
left.
the end zone here. A
It
field
would be
goal
cool if
doesn't
they
help
made a
too much.
wrestling game about selling and kayfabe promos, then make this whole first-person perspective game. It would be something. It definitely would. And I'm saying, and I'm just, you know, and it's true.
Starting
It
field
would be.
position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Wilson.
Wilson gets the completion.
In Colby Parkinson. And he'll
Parkinson
work it
with a
across
great
midfield
catch.
Inside the 45.
And that's his first reception, and he could not have picked a better time to get that reception.
Did their job, forced the
So
punt.
now past halfway
First the
point,
drive, offense has
or
to
the
do their
midfield,
part.
I should say.
Certainly do, but what a great start
Whoa,
for
what a
them.
catch
They
that
gotta go
was.
thank the guys on D.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
Wilson going to run it,
Out to his left.
and he gets the first down and a whole lot more, and a 2-minute warning. The pitch is that it would be more based on story, like Minecraft story mode and path selecting. You know, the closest thing that I've ever had to that was SmackDown Shut Your Mouth, like one of the early SmackDown games or WWE games, really. And that was, and season mode was a lot like that, but it just wasn't called promos. It was called interviews. And they didn't teach you about selling. It just came with the game. And wow, what a run by Wilson. Not only does he get the first down, but he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. So now Seattle with a great chance to tie this game. A minute 52 seconds left.
And you know, in this situation, everything is sped
What a
up.
run there by
The intensity,
Wilson.
The thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
That is what Russell Wilson is known for. He's a scrambler. Wilson gets it, and he's got it. It's a touchdown. They just need to get the 2-point conversion, and they get it to who else? Donkey Kong Metcalf. Yeah, I hope so too. Although that game has really been in development hell, I hate to say.
I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for onside kick.
They would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that two-point conversion.
And now this place has gotten loud. And for Jacksonville, can they hold on?
Now the Seahawks face a
Two-point conversion time.
Conversion attempt.
What are they going to do?
Here's Wilson.
At the 2, they got it!
It's caught. And with it, we are
They got it!
here in the
And now it's a tie game, and who did they get it to? Disley with a 2-point conversion reception.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board. But job one,
However, there's still time left for the Jacksonville Jaguars to go down the field, and even a field goal will win it for them. Anyway, the problem with the 2K game is that they're slow because it's for stuff like the announce tables where throwing someone, throw it, it's all automatic. Yeah, I suppose so. All right, so Jacksonville will start at the 25.
Austin not going to try and return it. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
I mean, Seattle, they were down by as many as 8, but all it took was a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, and just like that, it's a tie game.
But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
All right, 1st and 10 at the 25.
On first down,
Lawrence gets a pass off, and he gets it to Hyde, and they get to 8 yards. They get 8 yards on that one, and it's a 2nd and 2 at the 33.
Should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Well, it's tied, so they can take a little bit of time, but they definitely want to get as close as they can for a field goal. Ooh, what a catch!
Obviously a big first down right there.
Not a lot of yards by Blakely, but just enough for a first down to keep it going.
But they've got to continue to move quickly.
I'll tell you one thing: the man behind, Dragonheart, he's gotten a lot of receptions and a lot of big ones.
From the gun, it's
Lawrence, completion.
Here, it's Hyde.
Oh, wait.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
They kind of did that with the latest iteration of the game, Mr. Jet Strike. And to think it could come down to a field goal, and it could come down to Sly Cooper kicking it in. Also, happy birthday to Captain Danger. How are you, man?
He finds his running back, Hyde, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45.
Of course, the Blue Toad Wrestling Champion, Captain Danger, getting his having his birthday,
as they stop it with 28 seconds
and it's his birthday today. Birthday to him, or to Captain Danger. All right, 1st and 10. 28 seconds left.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
And they got it to Blakely. And he gets forced out of bounds, which does stop the clock.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the
NFL, not only did he get a great catch, but he also managed to get just enough yards to get into field position. Went to the movies and watched DC Super Pets with your aunt. How was the movie?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, 1st and 10. 34-yard line, 22 seconds left. They hand it off. Robinson doesn't get too many yards, but he gets 3 yards on that one.
Another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17
All right, so
seconds to go.
One timeout left. And it's 2nd and 8. This is the pressure cooker. It was awesome and cute and funny movie.
The last one good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Oh, not a problem.
Again, it's
they hand it off, and Robinson gets a whole lot of yards.
Near the 20-yard line.
All right. I think I know what they're going to do now. Are they going to call it? They call it with 5 seconds left.
They will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance.
What type of music do you guys like? Oh man, that's tough because I like a lot of music. If I had, I mean, I definitely like the old school music. Like we're talking, like.
So this is certainly a test here
late 50s, we're talking all the way up to, I would say, the early 80s, but I do like some of the later stuff, like the rest of the 80s, a couple of the 90s, and a couple of selections from, like, the 21st century onward. Jet likes rock music. I do like rock music. I mean, I definitely am a big fan of the Doors. I mean, not a big fan of rap myself, but hold that thought.
Early career of the rookie kicker. His first attempt of the night
for Sly Cooper for the win.
It's for the win, and his kick
he gets it in with 2 seconds left, and Seattle only has 2 seconds to go all the way down and score a touchdown.
In the final seconds.
Oh yeah, Crush 40, especially with Live and Learn. But Sly Cooper with a huge kick.
For much of this game, this is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it.
There's rap and heavy metal. Yeah, there's a couple of gender, fusions like what is it? Acid jazz. And then Tito's like, crap.
As they run up and send this one away.
Well, now all Seattle has is to go the other way. Yes, that's like Cooper. And that's the end.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very
and unfortunately for the Seahawks, they made a great comeback to tie the game, but unfortunately they left too much time on the clock to go all the way down, score a field goal, take the lead, and win it.
That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end.
And for Tito, nothing to be ashamed of. Nothing to be ashamed of, though. But congratulations to Jacksonville, as they will be moving on to the semifinals. The likes of Sly Cooper, Darius Helms, Jose Blanco, and, of course, if I had to pick somebody to be the MVP, it would be Gregory Blakely, but it was Robinson, along with Lawrence, that got the job done. And then Patty's like, bye-bye, sea chickens.
The NFL, right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Seattle.
Well, with the Jacksonville Jaguars advancing, they will take on the highest remaining seed left at the end of this show. Let's take a look at some of the highlights, if we will, or the players. And while Trevor Lawrence had a slightly worse game, he still did well enough for his team to win. Then you had James Robinson, with that rushing touchdown. But he also had a receiving touchdown, so he has that distinction. DK Metcalf with a touchdown himself. Gregory Blakely, even though he didn't have a touchdown, he had 54 yards, which, considering the number of receptions, that's pretty good. I'm going to fight Adam Sandler. Wait, let me look at my card that I have here. Where is he? Actually, I have you in a different match, but it is for a championship, by the way, Mr. Jetstrike. But it's not against Sandler, though. Although I probably should have booked it, but oh well. And let's see. Wait, did Jose Blanco have a not a touchdown? Did he have a? No, he did not even have a reception. Blocking. Unfortunately, these are the two guys that allowed a sack. That's not a stat you want. And then no interceptions. But as for sacks, Malcolm Brown has a sack, or a half a sack. Josh Allen has a sack. And then Robertson Harris had that other half of a sack. But then here's a big stat right here. Sly Cooper, he only had one field goal, but it was the one that counted. And that's the difference in this game. All right, well, that's the end of this first game. We still have 3 games left to go. So this is going to be a bit of a marathon. So that being said, let's see, who's here? I see Patty. And let's see. Yeah, I see Patty, and then did you? Yeah, I changed your overall, definitely. Definitely. All right. So really, the only I don't know if Atticus is still in the chat, but I know that Patty is. So Patty, would you like to have your game next, or would you like to defer? Meaning you'll wait, you know, towards the end. But it's up to you though. So yeah, I changed your overall though. Towards the end. Okay, so you're gonna defer. Okay, so in that case, if I'm gonna go by the fact that we had the highest seed and the lowest seed, let's go to the second lowest and the second highest then. That's gonna be the Houston Texans at the Broncos. So that's who we're gonna have. So I'm gonna put the teams up, and no, the Broncos are not the away team. They're the home team. Get the Texans. Okay, right there. And the Broncos. Okay. So right now I'm just going to let the others, the players that are on this team know. Let's see. I don't have a way to contact James Gamer. I'm one of the players. I actually am one of the players on Houston. You can see on the left side of your screen, there's Zero Gamer, aka James Gamer. TJ Toad is my character. And then, of course, James Cleghorn. Of course, most people know him best as Crimson Ninja. So let me just get him in. So I'm just... And this would also be a good time to go get snacks and stuff like that. Okay, where's Crimson? I'm just trying to get Crimmy. Okay. And then... Oh, yeah, and that's right. Then Munchie, uh, a.k.a. Deidre Lewis. I'm going to go get something to eat. Not a problem. I have to think that by the time you get back, and also if for whatever reason someone drops out, and I need somebody to fill in, I might. Broncos and Colts are your favorite football team. You know, Captain, if you wish, I could put you on the show, um, albeit like whenever the Broncos or the Colts are featured. Um, and if I'm not mistaken, I think the Colts will be featured next season. So if you wish to, if you wish to be part of the show or be part of the Madden series, whenever either one of these two teams is available, then I could just put you in there if you want. Manny was in. Wait, who's Manny? Anyway, let me just get Munchie. There she is. Manny, NFL football player and Hall of Fame. Manny was it? Who was Manny? Manny? I'm trying. Or are you talking about Peyton Manning? Peyton Manning. If that's who you were talking about, like who's Manny? But unless you meant Peyton Manning, then yeah, Peyton Manning was awesome. Yeah, Peyton Manning. Yeah, that one. Oh, yeah, him and of course Eli is his younger brother. He played for the Giants throughout his whole career, whereas Peyton played for the Colts, and then towards the end he played for the Broncos, and he won a championship with each of those teams. Not very many players can win championships with, two sets of teams, but he did. But that just goes to show how talented he was, especially towards the end of his career. But we all knew that, and he picked the right time to leave, because any longer and he probably would have been damaged goods. But hey, I can't blame him for retiring at the end. Okay, now let me get the opponents. That would be the Broncos, and let me get Mr. Wait, let me double check one more time. Oh, yeah. And for the Broncos, where's the Broncos? Broncos. That includes the insane one. Anyway, Brandon is still around. Not a problem, Brandon. Your game is still on the table. And then good night, Tito. And also welcome back, Jet. You haven't missed anything. Yep. All right. Okay. And then, let's see. Do I like Scott the Waz? He's okay. I mean, he's not my favorite, but it's not like I know him that well, so I can't say. Anyway, oh yeah, that's right. And then we have Carol Parks, Autism Carol. And then, and then of course Jacob Baker. Haven't talked to Jacob in a while, but I hope he's doing well. Anyway, what about Angry Video Game Nerds videos? I used to watch them when I was younger. Especially when YouTube was new. So Jacob Baker is making his Madden series debut, and he did pretty well in his NHL debut. But now we get to see him in the Madden series, and we'll see how he does for this one. And then last but certainly not least, Clinton Cage, or Clinton Flippin, whatever you wish to call him. Let me just let Mr. Clinton know if I can find him. There he is. You'll let him know? Oh, okay. All right, we got him. All right, let's get to it. Let's get right into the game. But yeah, like as far as Angry Video Game Nerd, he's cool. He may not be my cup of tea, but he's awesome. I will give him his props. All right, so clear is fine. All right, on we go. That's a good question. I really have no idea. I really don't. Now, I I have heard rumors that some who left WWE, whether it was of their own volition or whether they were released by WWE, I really don't know.
Tonight,
It could be Gargano,
from Empower Field,
and who knows, he could have just as easily left, but then when Vince retired, I have to think that maybe he could have stayed. I don't know. It could be him.
On EA Sports.
All right, it's time.
Taking on the Houston Texans.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL.
He left because he had a baby to take care of. I don't think he got released. I don't think so. And it's very possible that just his presence would bring others back. Now, obviously, the only people that I know won't be coming back are Adam Cole and Malachi Black, and that's only because they signed multi-year deals. In the case of both men, I mean, they had 5-year deals that they signed. So, I mean, at least for the short term, those two will be staying put for a while. So he was not released, but he did leave. Did Gargano.
And off we go from Denver.
I mean, I was watching Wrestle Planet, so that's how I knew about, the terms of the contract for, Tony Khan's guys. I mean, if it ever did happen, it would be something awesome. Anyway, the quarterback for the Broncos is, of course, Clinton Cage, also known as Clinton Flippin, also known as Clinton McCleary.
I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact
and of course, for the Broncos, that is the only offensive player.
It really is, and that told me it's not just a one-time.
More on the Houston Texans defense on the next down.
They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
All right, so 1st and 10 at the 25. They hand it off.
This is Melvin Gordon.
And what a run by Gordon.
And they're able to get this one across the
and he gets it all the way to the 38. What a run there by Gordon.
Partner, we've seen Melvin Gordon do it a variety of ways running the football. How about that last run?
But then again, never say never.
Reminded me of when he was at Wisconsin and what he did in Nebraska. His last year there, 408 yards in a single game at that time.
Although I have to think that ship may have sailed for Moxley. But if he does return to WWE, it'll be a long time. And it could be towards the end of his career, for all I know. Anyway, as far as the defense for the Texans, more on them in just a moment. Keeps his feet up, but does not go any further. In fact, actually, he gets only 3 yards on that one. Yeah. Anyway, so for the Texans on defense, they have linebacker James Gamer, and they have yours truly, TJ Toad, at strong safety.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
You want the Texans to win? That would be the team in white.
He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick.
Nice catch there by Tim Patrick, and a great throw by Clinton McCleary, Clinton Cage, Clinton Flippin, whatever you want to call him.
Read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Now back to throw.
Cage gets a pass off. He gets 5 yards on that one.
And he's got this down a yard or two.
And forced out of bounds to stop the clock.
5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down.
Probably. Of course, I had to think that in the years since, they definitely burned a lot of goodwill. So they got to earn it back. And it may as well take 2 years, I will say. Speaking of Clinton, he's doing his own league with only AFC teams, which you already know since you're a player, since you're there as a player, TJ. Yeah, I heard about that. And I understand that there's supposed to be a draft on Clinton's show. I'll have to watch more of Clinton's video to get an idea of how that's going to work.
On first down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Now, a nice gain of 5 there, and a nice catch there by Fant.
Wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
All right, so Denver.
2nd and 5.
Clinton. Nice nice throw and a catch and a reception, and they get it all the way to the 12. And again, they stop the clock.
It's a surprise they're throwing the football.
Or actually, no, they did not.
They told us they
but
were
just barely, though.
Firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it; they love it because now everyone gets.
Oh yeah,
in.
let me update my Excel sheet.
Easy about what they're doing
there we go.
out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline, thinking to themselves and expressing, "Let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well."
From down at the 12.
I'm a fan of Buffalo Bills, but I will tune into more wrestling. Not so much NFL, but I watch it when I feel like it. Yeah. But no worries, Jet. In 3 seasons' time, or Madden seasons, that is.
Been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence.
Yeah, in 3 Madden seasons' time, we will feature the Bills. Or actually, no, I'm sorry. I take that last part back. The Bills will be featured next season. I was thinking last season, but I would be wrong.
This is Gordon.
And what a run by Gordon and a touchdown.
Melvin Gordon, a 6-yard touchdown run.
But yeah, the Buffalo Bills will be featured next season, now that I remember that they've... Or actually, no. They... 2 seasons from now. My bad. They lost in the divisional round.
Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
We go by rotation of how they finished in both the regular season and then which teams made it to the playoffs and then how far in the playoffs they made it. And the further you made it into the playoffs or the better the record, the higher the seed. Conversely, the lower the seed and the least further you get into the playoffs, the higher the draft picks. So that's how we do our seasons. It's on a rotation. Based, on the real-life standings at the end of the last season. Anyway, Denver gets its first touchdown and on the first drive. Yeah, I kind of thought so too, but I guess maybe he broke the plane before he touched the ground. It's possible.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
All right, so Denver leads 7-0. They will take it out.
Here comes Smith out of the end zone.
Melvin Gordon the third.
Get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain.
All right, well now it's going to be up to James Claiborne, a.k.a. Crimson Ninja.
And out will come the leader of this offense.
And now time for the offensive players. It's him and offensive guard Deidre Lewis, a.k.a. Munchie.
We're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we?
And for the Denver Broncos, they have 3 defensive players, a defensive tackle, Insane One, and 2 linebackers in Carroll Parks and Jacob Baker.
So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave what the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help.
They hand it off.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
So they'll come
and there you see number 89, Jacob Baker.
On a 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw.
And what a reception there. Great throw, however, on the part of Cleghorn, Crimson Ninja. And Akins with a catch, 17 yards.
His tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass catching
Come on,
abilities,
Texan, get
if
some
they're able to
yards.
Continue to find him here in the early going. I think it'll help out.
Anyway,
his
nice
teammates
throw
out on
and
the perimeter.
catch.
You can take the big shots later.
Nice
if he
catch there by
occupies
Akins
the
and a great throw by Cleghorn, Crimson Ninja.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And they get the reception, but they don't get very much. In fact, they only get 1 yard or 2 yards on that.
Just 2.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And a completion.
Taken in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside.
What a nice catch there by Cooks. 20 yards on that reception. And indeed, they keep moving the chains.
After one,
and that's the end of the first quarter, and at the end, it is 7-0 Denver Broncos. What a beautiful sight of that stadium. And they even they included the horse, or the horse statue from the OG stadium that they had, Mile High Stadium. And they transplanted it from the old stadium to the current one that they have it in Power Field, is what I was trying to say. I couldn't talk.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he gets it off.
And his throw here's
and that could have been disastrous, but it went foul. Or incomplete, rather.
I think they put
I was thinking baseball, but that's not right.
That could be a really, really frequent combination. An incomplete pass on
it's funny how
down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that kind of it does feel weird. I will say that. And wait, did they get it?
He's got it. Touchdown.
Whoa, what a catch there by Cooks.
Brandon Cooks
with a catch.
Yards. And the Texans are an extra
that was so quick. I mean, I don't know if he was in. I want to say he was, but I can't tell from that angle.
Prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback,
let's see. Catches it.
Team usually says,
let's
okay,
see.
We got to take care
okay,
of this
so he
guy.
caught it.
Protect him.
1,
he goes
2.
Out and plays like this on the first
I couldn't see that though.
Road, he doesn't have to
I really wanted to see like where his feet landed. But apparently, oh no, wait, they're going to review it.
Of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs.
They're going to review it. Let's see.
At least take a look at this.
All right, let's see.
They're taking a peek.
So the call was that he had possession. 1.
And obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the
Well,
video
it looks
review,
like the
so
touchdown is going to stand, and Houston will kick the extra point.
On for the extra point. It's up and good.
Well, it's good, so it is 7-7. Hey, what's up, Jamar? And so Jamar, you have a game today, buddy.
And it results in the Texans finding the end zone.
So do stick around, my friend. But yeah, how's everything going in Jamar land? Well, at this point, it is now a 7-7 game. It might just come down to whoever has the ball last. Thank you, great. Hey, I'm happy to see you, man.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
All right, so they take it out.
Zone comes Spencer.
And Spencer didn't get a lot. I mean, he got to the 23, which is not bad, but
so now the second drive offensively
half decent
for the
field
Denver
position.
Broncos. And for them, a touchdown their last go around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
All right, so 1st and 10 at the 23. But yes, the Falcons will be taking on the New York Giants.
They'll start the drive.
They hand it off.
By Gordon. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
All right, so 7 yards on that run. 2nd and 3 at the 30.
2nd and 3.
And Clinton gets a completion. Nice throw there by Clinton. And I cannot pronounce that young man's name. Anyway. KFC, Popeye. Dude, I had Chick-fil-A on the way home from work before I got home. Dude, I had Chick-fil-A, man. It was awesome. I had the chicken strips. And, of course, it came with the fries and the drink, and that was always good. But, man, it was awesome, man. I definitely like Chick-fil-A, although I definitely am also a fan of KFC and Popeyes.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
So much goes into a successful
Jacob wants to know what he's you mean what team he's on? He's on the Broncos. He's on the Broncos. That would be the team in orange, by the way.
1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. Now Gordon on 1st down. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Oh, sorry.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
All right, so, yeah, I just let him know in a DM.
Once more. And he'll get this down to
well,
about the
they go for a run,
line.
but they only get one measly yard out of it. Although a nice tackle by James Gamer. Anyway, we only have KFC here in my town, and it's too far from my house to bike there and back. Oh, man. I'm sorry, Patty.
I say go with your best running play.
I mean,
over your best blocker.
I mean, like, I had a KFC close to my house, but then it closed. And, of course, we all know why that was. Had nothing to do with the restaurant itself, other than the fact that the restaurant, like, the size of the restaurant was small, too small for it to reopen safely and in a timely fashion. And by the time it was, you know, it could be opened, they went out of business, that particular spot. But yeah, like, I used to go to that KFC a lot. Well, not a lot, but every now and then I did.
On 1st
anyway,
down,
nice handoff and close to a 1st down
here
for Gordon.
54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And a 2-minute warning.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go.
Still tied, 7-7. Let me see what Jacobs.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats.
Wow, what a throw and a catch. Man, I'll tell you one thing, look at that. Cage is 8 for 8 thus far. I think ours is drive-through only like McDonald's. Yeah. Also, hey, what's up, Jacob Baker? Only linebacker. You also have Carroll Parks to help you. as well as a defensive tackle, an insane one.
Back to throw.
But on offense, you have the quarterback, Clinton McCleary, who just got a touchdown, and he got it to Patrick as the Denver Broncos lead 13-7, possibly 14-7 after this extra point.
Everyone has a section in their
And what a throw and what a catch, and a nice catch there by Patrick, though.
Right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball, the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield.
And of course, the Broncos had a first-round bye, whereas Houston had to win to get to this point. Anyway, well, now it's a 14-7 game, but yeah, great to see you, Jacob. And how's everything going in Bakerland?
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and it ends with a Denver touchdown.
Well, I will say that some of the places that are still going as of this time, like there's this Mexican restaurant. Of course, it stayed strong in the fact. For the simple fact that, it's a short drive for some people. And a short walk for some. But anyway, I can restaurants.
Down here's McManus now to kick it away.
All right, so now Houston
going
to look to respond. And now on the field is Jacob Baker as a defensive or as a linebacker on defense. I see Teddy Bridgewater on the bench. Yeah, I mean, come on, Brandon. As good as Teddy Bridgewater was, you cannot go wrong with Clinton.
It's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job.
Especially at quarterback.
Things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter.
Let's see. And we'll see what number you are. I believe I have you at 89, but I'll double check.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And nice completion there.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And
I have everywhere.
In just about a few inches
I have
here.
Everything. Never me where I live. Lots of food stuff.
What the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route. And then breaks it off. Usually
never me. Wait, never. Do you mean near you, where you have food? And whoa, that was I'm not sure what kind of a throw was that by Cleghorn, but that's an incompletion.
And it's third down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his foot.
But what do you have though?
And you always
I wasn't gonna say much there.
Mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try. All right, I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit. Exactly what you described. Footwork that led to the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
All right, so 3rd and inches. Big play for Denver, because if they can get this stop, they'll have some momentum.
Look to throw here.
And they do get the stop.
If he had caught it, it would have been a first down.
But now, big question though, do you try to go for it?
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there?
There he is, number 89, Jacob Baker.
A 3-and-out. And giving the ball back to their offense.
And he stands at 6'3", 240 pounds, which is not a bad size for a linebacker. But yeah, great stop by him and the defense for Denver. As now the offense goes back on the field.
And 10.
Melvin Gordon, one of the big reasons why they are in the lead. 54 yards on 9 carries with 1 touchdown.
As we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books.
Like, what's your go-to, Captain?
Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his team.
All right, so hopefully we get a chance to talk to Jacob now that he's off the field and on the bench, where now that the rest of the defense is, as they watch the offense outside, or on the field, rather, excuse me. Nice catch there by Fant, and a first down and a timeout.
Before he's brought down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near
Good drink, though.
midfield here for 1st and 10.
And if you're Houston, you got to find a way to get a stop.
Open man, and that's Tim Patrick. Now the Broncos going to
McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, and pizzas.
As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll drop the throw.
And another completion. And wow, what a reception. And look at the yards that he got on that one.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive.
I mean, Houston just cannot stop them.
They are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
All right, so 22 seconds and counting. They have 1 timeout left.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
Clinton's going to run it. What? Fumble!
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout.
Wait, who recovered? Who got the fumble there? Well, wow, Denver not recovered the fumble, and they had just enough yards to get a 1st down. But then they had to call timeout, otherwise the clock would have ran out. So 11 seconds here.
Touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll look to throw.
And that, not sure what kind of throw that was, but it does stop the clock though at 8 seconds.
And to me, one thing's for sure: when you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle.
I mean, that could have easily have been intercepted though.
They keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And they get it, and a touchdown. Denver increases their lead. And look at the dance on the part of Gordon the third. Melvin Gordon the third. Denver is just killing them.
So simple math here in the first half. They've had
I thought the Texans recovered the fumble, but never mind that. I mean, that would have been huge had they been able to do it, but they didn't. And as a result, look at the dance.
Somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Extra point from McManus.
All right, extra point's good.
And it's now 21-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
Well, barring a touchdown return, which it does, but it is now 21-7 Denver. And for Houston, they got themselves in a hole. But now, we're going to find out if they can even get out of it.
Okay, right, Brandon.
I highly doubt
Thanks
it,
very much.
but
and welcome in everyone
anything
to
is
this
possible.
Slimmed down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Here's Smith to return it.
And Smith,
And a
well,
good return as
whoa, that's a very good return at the 29. Well, now Houston has to do what they obviously need to do, and that is to get a touchdown, get a stop, get another touchdown, and that's just to tie the game.
What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive.
Easier said than done, but it can be done.
Losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And
they hand it off.
Second half with Johnson.
Unfortunately, they lose a yard. Or actually, no, they gain a yard. Sorry, my bad. My bad.
I think they want to start getting back into this game.
But 1 yard, that's not going to get it done.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. He's going to go deep.
Oh, he's going to go long. He got it.
Got his man, complete.
And he gets away from one tackle, and before finally going down, but wow, what a throw and what a catch. And for Houston, that's huge. Because now, that might have given them some sort of momentum, but that was just a great play, great throw, great catch. Got away from one tackle. But anyway, nice chase down tackle there to prevent a touchdown.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts.
Hey, how's it going, Carol? You're lurking right now. Of course, right now you're on defense on the Broncos. And then, wait, what? There was a timeout? But then a flag. I guess the wrong graphic got displayed. And a holding call against the Texans, and that's going to put them at 1st and 20. Oh, man. I mean, that definitely kills all the momentum that Houston was building up.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
But anyway, how's everything going, Carol? They hand it off.
It's Johnson.
Well, Johnson gets a little bit of yards with 6 yards there.
Yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's Johnson.
They hand it off again.
2nd down.
And whoa, he got away. They had him down at one point, but now he gets it to a 3rd and 5.
As they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
And that was Kenny Young who took him down with that tackle. Anyway, holding on the offense. It's not common unless it's on the defense, but I could be wrong. Well, no, it's more common on the offense than it is defense, honestly. But also, hey, how's it going, Jose? By the way, you did pretty well in your game. Or rather, your team did.
If you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit.
No, a nice defensive stop there, and that's going to hold him to 3 points.
That haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now
and they're going to go for a field goal.
Field goal try for the Texans. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash.
And kick is good, and that'll cut it to within 11, but they're going to have to get the ball back pretty soon.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
I mean, great job on the part of Jacob and Carol Parks on the defense for as part of the linebacking core.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away.
And they will just take the touchback
They
and start
will
at the
start
25.
25 as Spencer
Of
elects not
course.
to return this. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. This is the tight end.
Now a nice pass there and 6 yards to get it to 2nd and 4 at the 31.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Great catch there by Fant. I mean, Fant has definitely proven himself to be a, formidable target. It's just unfortunate that up until recently, Denver has not had a, top-tier quarterback since Peyton Manning retired. And Gordon powers his way to a first down.
71 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Also, welcome back, Jet Strike. And as you can see, Denver has stretched out its lead, and they look to do the same and some more.
And he slips up past the 45 before
and another first down for Denver.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They hand it off.
Down. Gordon. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. He was brought down by Malik Collins.
But anyway, how's everything going, Mr. Jet Strike? 2nd and 6 at the 49 past midfield.
Okay, because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Awesome. Get the first down.
Complete to Sutton. A gain of 4.
I'll tell you one thing, Cage has only missed one pass, 16 for 17. I mean, that's a pretty high completion percentage now.
You have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up.
And as you can see, of course, he had those stupid bots.
You go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
And Cage is going to let it fly. Wow, what a catch!
And they do get him down, but not
what a throw, but more importantly, what a catch there by Patrick.
That answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead
and Houston did everything they could to defend it, but
seeing more and more of in the NFL.
I mean, well contested, but a great catch.
Teams playing to extend.
Tim Patrick with a great catch. 36 yards.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives.
I really don't know, Jet Strike. And it seems like they always do that. Well, actually, I'm not the only one, really. But it just seems like that. Anyway, 2nd and goal at the 2. And it looks like they will not get another playoff as we go into the 4th and final quarter.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Oh, well, no need to be sorry. I mean, it sucks though, but well, like I said, I'm not the only one that has to deal with it. I just wish that, YouTube would do their damn jobs and just get rid of these damn bots. I'm serious. And another touchdown by the Broncos. They are just stomping away on the Texans.
2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Broncos have put
exactly, Patty. They better get their act together.
I've heard you use
unfortunately, Houston was unable to do the same, unfortunately.
Of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it?
But yeah, great play there by the Broncos. I mean, they're just killing them.
keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
28 points, 4 touchdowns, and 4 extra points.
So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards.
300 total yards of offense for Denver. Yeah, they got destroyed all right. I mean, it was tied 7-7, but ever since then, Houston has been outscored 21-3 since you left.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Oh, they'll take it out.
Here comes Smith out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal.
Yeah, Blue Toad, I don't think you're making it to the Super Bowl. No, unfortunately not.
Pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6.
If I'm not mistaken, I think I did win a Super Bowl as part of the Chiefs. And that was in season 8, but if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, in season 8, I actually did win a Super Bowl, albeit with the Chiefs. And Johnson Johnson only gets 1 yard on that one.
Earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down, so they can set things up for themselves better.
I mean, of course, you could also call me TJ. A lot of people call me TJ. And Crimson does get a first down, and they get it near midfield.
This one across the 45 before he's brought down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Anyway, nice reception there. Then I'll start calling you TJ. Yeah, but yeah, thank you so much for calling me TJ.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Jet. And now,
out to the flat here
nice catch there, and well,
able to take it across midfield before
they get 6 yards on that, and forced out of bounds to stop the clock. But even if they get the touchdown, they will not even have enough time to make a game out of this one, unfortunately. And Cleghorn, a catch and out of bounds.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
I mean, well, he went out of bounds, but he caught it inbounds before then. And anyway, there you see some posing on the part of the offense. And why wouldn't they be? I mean, they have been on fire. Also, I do like the little cheesy smile that you just did.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And Crimson Ninja with another throw.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And he gets just enough forward momentum for a first down.
I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout. And all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should.
Just wanted to let you know I wasn't trying to say that in a mean way. No, I knew you didn't mean that in a mean way. Anyway, they threw it away. Throws it away does Cleghorn.
Definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the ground,
They hand
this
it
is
off.
Johnson, and he'll take it from the 18
And he gets
to the
3 yards on
15,
that.
A gain of 3.
But I knew that you weren't trying to say it in a mean way. No, I knew that you were just being, you were just showing off those pearly whites.
Because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback, makes it very, very
All right, 3 minutes and counting. They hand it off, and well blocked this time. And just short of a first down, and and unfortunately it looks like our good friend Munchie just got injured. And unfortunately, there you see Deidre Lewis, and unfortunately it looks like her leg is hurt. I'm not sure if she sprained it. I'm not sure if she broke it. I hope it's not. I hope it's just a sprain, but either way, you hate to see that. I mean, I know that Munchie's a great friend of Crimson Ninja and Brandon, and it's been predicted. How many times have we heard that? I'm talking about real life. Yeah, exactly. Well, Houston finally does get a touchdown, but it may be too little too late.
A little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And a nice run there by Johnson, though. But yeah, I mean, honestly, if I had to choose, I would love to see Buffalo win, if only because they've never won it at all. Because they've been to the Super Bowl 4 times in a row in the 90s, but yet they could not win any of them.
And that one makes this an 11.
I believe it's going to be sometime in late August, if not early September. Most especially with the Hall of Fame game. Speaking of the Hall of Fame, I'm going to be interested to see who makes the Hall of Fame. But every time I watch the Hall of Fame ceremonies, it just, it just makes you think about, those players that played, especially when you first watch the game. Like Peyton Manning, for instance. It seemed like only yesterday that he was playing.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts.
And now, wait a minute. What's Houston doing? They can somehow get this one back. They're going to go for a...
And the Broncos are going to get the football.
Well, the Broncos do recover, and he gets a couple more yards on that, does Judy.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside
well,
kick,
I've already been doing that, unless, I wish that I could do this for, real. Be a commentator and things like that. Some people say that I have a voice for radio.
When you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
Of course, my sister would joke and say that I had a face for radio. But yes, there will be a WWE 2K22 show on Sunday. So no show tomorrow, just so you know.
It's Gordon. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line.
I mean, react to stuff like WrestleMania Live. Well, I mean, I could do that. But as far as, I'll tell you what, my good friend Blaze Radio, whenever the NFL season is going, he does a live stream of his reactions, as he watches NFL Red Zone. Anyway, nice run there by the Broncos, and they get a first down before the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here.
Somebody say Blaze Radio. I had to say it, and he's here. How's everything going in Blaze Land? And Blaze, believe it or not, you actually have a game today, or tonight, I should say. I have been summoned.
With 1:53 left.
But it is true that you do have a game, my friend. 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Only a matter of time before Denver can just run out the clock. And then
Now
Patty
they
says,
run
"Hi,
to the gun with
Blaze."
Gordon. And he gets it
I
inside
remember
the
doing a
10
stream
to
once. I was playing
9.
Friday Night Funk
Now
in.
the Texans
That
will use
game's
one of their
hard.
2
Yeah, it
remaining
is.
Timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Well, they get all the way to the 9-yard line. And just listen to the Ric Flair roast. No one roasted anyone. It was story time and bad jokes. Yeah.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first.
I mean, you're better off watching the Dean Martin roast. They're awesome.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And running room hard to come by here. He gets
Anyway,
it
1
down to the 8.
yard on that one.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
I imagine that it is hard. They hand it off. But no, I really do remember watching the infomercials for the Dean Martin roasts. Dean Martin roasts are great. Funny thing is that they say that that's what they wanted to be like, but it wasn't at all. Comedy Central roasts are good too. Yeah, they are.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
And Denver just wants to run it down their throats. They're going to run it. Well, they get a touchdown and just run the score. That's what they're going to do. I'm more of an action platform ed guy, like Sonic Adventure 2.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there.
Why'd I say Ed?
Play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you.
I wasn't trying to type that. Oh,
like taking pity on you.
Yeah,
they're not about to do that to their opponent.
Sonic Adventure 2. Some people like that better than the first one, even though I got to play the first one on a Dreamcast. You know, especially when it was brand spanking new at the time, they had a demo at a Sears, and that kind of just goes to show how old I am. But I definitely remember Sears when it was at its best. You know, same thing with Nordstrom's. Although Nordstrom's okay, but it's just, you know, the mall is not what it used to be. I remember, but I do remember, you know, playing Sonic Adventure 1. And I just was blown away by the fact that, you know, Sonic for a long time was a 2D game, and then when it went to 3D, I was just blown away. Like I said.
Now to kick it away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Well, 56 seconds left. Not a lot of time, and they don't even have any timeouts to use.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
All right.
Now on 1st down,
Crimson Ninja.
Oh,
he's going to go long.
Deep downfield.
And it's incomplete. Well, anyway, there you see the offense, and they're going to do the dab.
Definitely desperation.
I'm going to dab too.
This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
All right, so 2nd and 10. 49 seconds and counting. And Cleghorn, well, gets a completion.
9 yards, and that leaves him
and
just
3rd and
short,
inches.
So it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
I mean, a high-scoring game, but obviously it's one-sided.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the
not
air.
a good throw. Anyway,
At this point,
the newer Sonic games are not as fun as the old ones I played, and the stories are becoming more kid-friendly. It could be a good thing, but they replaced the old voice actors and the comedy sucks. Yeah, that is true for the most part. I will say that Sonic Mania oh my gosh, Sonic Mania, by God, it's awesome, man. If you ever get a chance to play Sonic Mania, play it. It's a fun game. I'm telling you. 4th and inches.
Here we go with Johnson.
And they do get a first down. But of course, with no timeouts, they can't stop the clock, so it's going to run down. Yeah, Sonic Mania is awesome, I will say that. And that's it.
Charles,
Denver wins 35-17.
Defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check.
So Denver wins.
How they're going to fix them and continue to get better at what they do. But they also
so as it is, Denver is the highest seed remaining, which means that they will face off against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And the winners of the other two games will face each other. I mean, Denver just kept killing them. I wish they had hypersonic, but the reason they can't have that is it's a seizure-inducing. It's seizure-inducing, apparently. Yeah, it can be, and I would think that they would have to find a way to, take care of it.
And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.
I mean, that was just an incredible game, and, well, let's take a look at the stats really quick. And, of course, Clinton Cage just outdid James Crimson Ninja Cleghorn. You know, three touchdowns to 1, more yards, a higher completion percentage. I mean, you cannot get any better than that. Melvin Gordon, 2 rushing touchdowns and over 100 yards. Nick Fant with 6 receptions for 81 yards. However, Tim Patrick has a touchdown. Brandon Cooks with the 1 touchdown that Houston got. Cortland Sutton with a touchdown, as did Melvin Gordon. In fact, Melvin Gordon had 2 rushing touchdowns and a receiving touchdown. So, yeah, definitely he was the player of the game, without question. Yeah, exactly, Jet. Okay, so I do see Blaze Radio, and I know that Patty is also in. I don't know if Jamar is still in the chat there, but who wants their game? Patty. Okay, Patty called it. And of course Patty was in the chat the longest of those Jamar and Blaze Radio. And Atticus also wants it. Well, it just happens that Atticus and Patty are on the same team, so all right, let me get this next game up, and it's going to be the Bears at the Panthers. And of course, the Bears have Blaze Radio. Blaze McCoy. Okay, there we go. And Jet is going to go for the Bears. Or the Bears. Okay. So for the Panthers, they have Atticus Black and Chaos Reaper, the Chicago Blaze Bears. And there's Jacob Baker's, and also Jacob, congratulations to you and the Broncos. And with your victory, you still have the home field, and in fact, you're going to face off against the Jaguars in the next round. Okay, so let me just get. I want to say Brandon is still in the chat, but I think the only person I would need to get is Crushing Kelly, as she's up next. Unless, of course, Atticus, you wish to get her yourself. Chicago Blaze Bears. I like the sound of that. Okay. Or she's sleeping. Oh, okay. Well, I guess she can watch it after or after she gets up. Well, oh well. Well, like I said, she can watch it another time. Okay, so now let me get the Bears. I have Blaze, and then I know for a fact that Joshua is asleep, so I know that for a fact. So now let me just get Blade Charge and Drum Monkey. So let me just get them. All right, not a problem, Jet. You can always watch the rest of the show tomorrow, or whatever of it you wish to watch. Okay. Okay. And then I'm back. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're Jamar. Oh, no. Welcome back, Jamar. All right, so Jamar, your game will be after this one, as Patty called it. But so in other words, Jamar, you're going to be your game is saved for last. So best comes for last, I should say. Always save the best for last. Oh yeah, that's right. Let me get Blade Charge. Let's see, where's Blade? Where is he? Where's Blade? Where's Bladey? Welcome back. Where's Jamar? oh, no. I get the joke now. Yeah, I get the joke now. Yeah. Okay, and then okay, that's it. Okay, that's all. That's all the people I need to get. All right, it's time. It's time. And okay, that's the latest. Okay. Okay, clear it will be. All right, let's get to it. All right, so we're going to find out if it's going to be the Bears or the Carolina Panthers that move on, and they will face off the winner. They will take on the winner of the New York Giants, Atlanta Falcons. In the voice, it's time for the main event. Yeah, definitely.
Tonight,
Tonight.
from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina,
And the captain says, "What's up, Blaze?"
It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
There you see Drum Monkey, and we saw a little bit of Crushing Kelly in the black and
It's
and
the
blue.
Carolina Panthers
Mostly black,
taking on
the color
the
black.
Chicago Bears.
What's up, Patty and
Sports
Jamar?
Coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Chicago Bears.
And everybody's saying hello to each other. So the final game will be the Giants, the New York Giants, and they will be at the Falcons as the final game. And Chicago will take the conservative approach and start at the 25.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive.
And of course, Justin Fields is the starting quarterback.
2021 from Ohio State, it's Justin
Now, as far as the offensive players, you have Joshua James at tight end and Drum Monkey at wide receiver.
And boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big time arm, 4.4 speed, so good.
And we'll get to the defensive players
What's it feel like to run
on the next play.
Everybody wants to be that fast.
A play fake now.
A play fake by Fields. Fields has time. Well, he tries to get past one, but he manages only to get 2 yards on that run.
Yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
All right, 2nd and 8, and on defense for the Carolina Panthers is the strong safety, Patty Chase.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And a completion and a first down. 16 yards on that play. Robinson the second with a 16-yard completion.
When they thought they were going deep, ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Good way to move the change there. Anyway, there you see Joshua James, number 88. Unless that's another James, I'm not sure. Anyway, they hand it off.
And very little daylight there.
And they managed to get 1 yard on that one, or actually 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
All right, so 2nd and 8.
From the 44.
Fields didn't even see Burns coming at him, and Burns just burned him. What a sack there by Burns for Carolina. And for Fields, he just didn't see him coming. Because when he turned around, Burns was right there. Great play there by Burns. Yeah, well, in your case, that's good because you're on the Panthers there, Brandon. And we'll get to what your position is for once Carolina takes over on offense.
Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
3rd and 13, excuse me. And, well, pressured to throw. He gets it off, but It's now an incompletion and a 4th and 13. So great start there on defense.
Maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt.
But the sad thing is that Chicago had Fields thrown into the fire, yeah. Also, I should mention the punter / kicker for the Bears is Blade Charge. And there you see Cuevas as also doubling as the punt / kick returner. Anyway, there you see the quarterback, Atticus Black, formerly known as the Chaos Reaper. Or I mean, he still is the Chaos Reaper, but he is officially known as Atticus Black.
That he has with his offense.
And also on offense is the running back, Brandon Cuevas, and the tight end, Crushing Kelly.
Joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play.
And as for the Chicago Bears at cornerback, Blaze McCoy. They run it with Cuevas. Cuevas, unfortunately, could not cut the corner and gets a no gain for it. Oh, cornerback.
Well done,
not corner. So cornerback
quickly
on defense.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play.
Of course, being a former wide receiver, you would know how to defend against, your opposing wide receivers. So there you go. Just to answer my question, converted from.
So after the run for no gain,
yeah.
He's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Black.
I mean, that speaks volumes when the Bears head coach at the time, Chicago, was more of a dimwit than Urban Meyer. That says volumes, man.
And that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed.
Took the words out of my mouth again, lol. And now, wait, who was that? Wait, I didn't see who that was. Who was that? I was so busy talking with Brandon and Blaze, I didn't see who caught that last pass. Anyway, now at the 43. Anyway, they hand it off to Cuevas, and this time he gets a first down.
Taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A much better run this time around.
The one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some.
All right, so
yardage.
1st and 10.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46.
Now, of course, Brandon is a 2-time Super Bowl champion.
And Anderson's got it.
Anyway, Atticus gets a second completion.
Second down.
And he gets it to Anderson. 2nd and 5. And we'll get a word with Atticus once he steps off the field. Oh, that was DJ Moore who got that big reception there. And now Atticus gets another completion. This time he got it to Cuevas.
So
but it's a no gain. Robbie
Joe
Anderson, the former New York Jet.
No gain, but let's focus in on that tackle. Open field tackling, the hardest thing to do in the game, I believe.
But when you get outside the tackle box, it becomes a numbers game. The defense had more than they could block. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Okay, so it looks like we have a nickel back. Oh, nice play call. Nice play call. Not a lot of yards, but just enough to keep the drive going. That's Cuevas' 2nd reception. But this time it resulted in positive yards and a first down. And they get it at the 35.
Especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that.
I mean, they were expecting a long pass, but they did not account for a small screen pass there.
10 to 12 times in a game.
Or actually, I'm not sure if it's called a
Ball
screen
up to
pass,
the
but it was a short
35
one.
now as they
I
come
will say
up
that.
on 1st and 10.
I'm no expert in football terms. I just, you know, I definitely take what I learn.
Black. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's
Another completion and a first down at the 17. I can't rid of an image of Robbie Anderson getting knocked the heck out against the Atlanta Falcons. But yeah, Atticus is on fire right now. And another one to DJ Moore. And that's the end of the first quarter. So at the end of one, it is 0-0. But Carolina is knocking on the door.
Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football.
So big stop here for Chicago if they have, you know, again, it's very early. But it would be huge for Chicago to get a stop right here. And for Carolina, they have built some momentum. But can they finish it? That's the question for both teams. Got to get up early to drive home from my vacation. Okay. Well, you can always watch the game tomorrow or whenever you get a chance to. It's not a problem. It's not a problem, Mr. Atticus.
Also a gain of 9.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it nice, easy.
But yeah,
catch and
have a good night,
Hoping
Atticus.
He can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Oh, I think his name is Matt Nagy, now that I remember that he was the man in charge last IRL season for Chicago.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. Second and about a yard.
All right, 2nd and 1 at the 9.
Back to throw again.
Gets it off.
To the sideline, and oh, that's well
And
done.
he gets into the 3 before getting forced out of bounds.
First down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity,
Kelly got her
but
first
with
piece of action.
Found the hole in the zone.
Great night,
Made
TJ.
sure
Good
the
night, everyone in
quarterback saw
TJ.
it.
Okay.
Was able to make the sure catch
So,
and flip the down
have a good night,
marker back
Captain.
to 1.
First and goal from the 3. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Anyway, there you see
Good first step there
Blaze McCoy, number
defensively, but they're
39.
still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the
Birthday
end zone
boy
and
out.
get in,
Okay.
give me my best
I'll see you on
running
Sunday.
with my best back right now.
They'll try again.
They're going to run it with Brandon Cuevas, and he gets a touchdown. What a run. And what a drive.
2 yards out.
Brandon with his first running touchdown, if I'm not mistaken. He had gotten a lot of first downs, but I don't think he ever had a touchdown before, so that's his very first one.
There. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance.
This Sunday.
Across the goal line.
There won't be a show tomorrow, but Sunday there will be. But man, what a run by Brandon Cuevas. He kicks it, and it's good. 7-0 Carolina. Yep.
So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Oh, well, thank you, Captain. And, of course, Patty very happy about that. And why would she not be? Well, now it's up to Carolina to keep that momentum going on defense this time around. And now it'll be up to Patty and the rest of the Panthers defense to get the stop. And for Chicago, they have to respond.
Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And beyond the 20,
all right, so they get to the 22. Very decent. And
pass there to the 21.
It's clutching his butt.
After getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up.
He's hurt.
While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
And he might have stretched, I don't know if it's his lower back or his thighs or something, but it didn't look good.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first
Fields
down.
going for a long one, and he gets it. What a catch by who else? The Drum Monkey. Drum Monkey with a huge play.
For an offense that has not found the end zone yet.
Yeah, it could be his hip or his hamstring, somewhere around there. But Justin Fields, this is what they drafted him to do, so that he can make plays like this, and for Drum Monkey to make them. But certainly not what you wanted to do against, Chicago, is allow a big play.
Changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10, just outside the 30.
And just like that, they're already at the 31.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun.
And Montgomery with a handoff, and he only gets 2 yards on that. Or close to 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
3 minutes left to go in this first half. Fields gets a completion again.
That's complete.
And he gets it to, of course, Drum Monkey. Drum Monkey showing us the heart of a champion.
You see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And another completion.
To Montgomery.
And they get it to Montgomery this time, and a first down. Well, now Chicago is starting to gain some momentum. I mean, after getting shut out in their first series, this time they are within 5 yards of tying this game.
A shotgun snap.
And they get it, and is it a touch? No, it's not. Just 1 yard short, and it's now time for the 2-minute warning.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And that was to, of course, our good friend Joshua James.
Second down and goal.
Fields. Oh, unfortunately got swallowed up by Fox. Not the TV series, or not the TV station, or the TV. And look at that little dance there by Atticus. But yeah, great stop there by Fox.
Teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely first down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on 3rd. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Fields.
3rd and goal. Fields. Is he going to run it? Nope, he passes it. And he got it to the Drum Monkey. Drum Monkey with a receiving touchdown. And the Bears have 1 extra point away from tying it. But the Bears, they bear down.
Many offenses are looking for sustained ones that can impose
got it in
on the other team.
And just spiked it, did Drum Monkey. I mean, that's one thing about Drum Monkey. He always steps up when it matters the most. So it would be foolish to expect anything less. And nope, that almost got blocked, but it still went in. 7 plays, 77 yards. 777, baby. And it is 7-7 with 1:31 in the first half to go. Well, Patty, this is turned into a game. So so this is not going to be a blowout as one would have hoped if you're Carolina.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And now taken by Brandon Cuevas. Brandon
he returns this to the
gets
22.
it to the 22. I like close games. Yeah, I do too.
Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think
then again,
that would
TJ,
be the goal for sure. I don't think you
who would you ask?
Here. Here's your opportunity.
Who would ask a blowout?
As you mentioned,
who would ask a blowout anyways, or for a blowout anyways?
You've got that in your back pocket.
Well, I don't know. Maybe the team that you're on
going into the half.
But still, I mean, of course, if you were Clinton or Jacob for the Broncos, you definitely wanted that.
First down. Black.
And Atticus gets it to Brandon. I'm surprised that Brandon has gotten, his fair share of receptions and has been the go-to guy. And he's got 316, 3 receptions, 16 yards. Brandon 316. Da-dun, da-dun, da-dun.
I think in the second half,
da-dun, da-dun, da-dun.
the defense a little bit to get the running game going.
Anyway, first and 10 and a completion. Terrace Marshall with a nice catch and a timeout used up by Carolina. 7-7. 57 seconds at the 42-yard line. Thanks for streaming, by the way, says Iron Smasher. Oh, why is that, Iron?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move.
But yeah, great to see you, Iron Smasher.
Back to throw.
And he gets, whoa, nice throw.
Right side.
And a timeout.
Use the second of their timeouts.
Ooh, that was a bit risky because that could have been picked off, but
to go in the first half.
53 seconds at the 41.
They'll look to throw again.
Atticus, another completion. And then, we got a flag.
And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
And it was a face mask penalty against Ogletree.
Give him the yardage on the completion.
And now that's going to put them at the 13.
More. If you give that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Anyway, nice completion there by, nice throw there by Atticus, who is 12 for 12 so far.
He's zone defense, and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call. You've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
All right, so 35 seconds and counting. They still have one timeout left, so they might have enough time to run a play or two before they would have to use that last timeout.
Looking to throw.
Atticus throws it, but it's incomplete. 3rd and 3.
With this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
All right, 20 seconds.
From the gun on 3rd down.
And throws that away.
16 seconds now on the clock.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down. And
I mean, great play there by Chicago to possibly limit it to a field goal. I mean, they had a golden opportunity to get a touchdown, the last 2 downs, but it didn't work out.
The Panther field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Gonzalez's kick is good.
Nice kick there by Gonzalez, and he puts them up 3 points, 10-7.
So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
I mean, not a bad return there for, Chicago to only give up a field goal. But of course, now they only have 13 seconds left to possibly get as far down the field as they possibly can. If not, maybe run a play, get one play off. So let's see.
Takes it at the 7.
He takes it. And he gets it all the way to the 28. So now 9 seconds left for Chicago to make a play of something. I don't know what they're going to do, but I would have to think that Carolina has to guard against the big play. I mean, yeah, Carolina is up, but they're only up by 3. I mean, 3 points is not safe.
9 seconds remaining, not much time. We'll see how they play this.
And they're going to run it, surprisingly. Well, I mean, they still had all 3 timeouts, and they're going to use one right here.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
So,
the run got
6 seconds left.
They deal with a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 32.
Fields now to throw.
He gets it.
The out route incomplete. That's James.
And they get a timeout just before time ran out with 1 second left. Final play. He's going to go for it.
Deep left side here.
And it's incomplete. And that's the end of the first half. And at the end, it is 10-7 Carolina.
Out on top as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams, as they've already made their way back out of the locker room. So to bring you the story of the second half.
Yeah, true.
Right back out to
Absolutely true,
okay,
Brandon.
Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
All right, so Carolina is going to start off with the ball, so they have a chance to increase the lead without Chicago touching the ball.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter.
All right, so Atticus and Cuevas. So far, Cuevas and Black have done a great job, leading the team. And, of course, you have Anderson and Moore stepping up. And, of course, the offensive line have done a great job giving Atticus plenty of time to find his targets. We'll find out what happens right here.
Throwing to start the
now
drive.
Atticus gets it.
That's complete over the middle to Anderson.
And, of course, Anderson, once again, stepping up.
7 past the 30 to the 32. Three yards remain for second down. Back to throw. Black.
And that was not a good throw.
Incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a
third and 3
arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes, and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Black.
And Atticus gets the pass off, and again, Cuevas showing us that he's more than just a running back. He's also acting as a tight end.
Pressure coming, wasn't it?
You know, because he's doing it all. I mean, he's trying to, you know, take a page out of, Marshall Faulk's playbook.
To do your reads and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
Yeah, I have to wonder how Brandon feels about his performance overall with not just running the ball, but also, you know, receiving as well. First and 10 at the 44. Gets the completion with only 3 yards this time.
Good for only a couple.
Or actually 2.
It's vitally important to wrap him up
and that was to Crushing Kelly.
Get ahead of steam up. Boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
Second and 8.
On second down. Black.
And a completion.
That's Kelly.
And to, of course, Crushing Kelly. Now Kelly is starting to get some receptions.
Coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately.
I'm not sure what he was throwing, where he was throwing it to. Well, I knew where he was throwing it to, but it was just, it was flat, fortunately, on that one. There you see Blaze McCoy, number 39.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
I mean, if you're Carolina, you would love to add to your, you know. Yeah, that was kind of a weirdly thrown ball, like throwing against the grain there.
Continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Well, they do get a completion and to Crushing Kelly. Oh, no. Oh, no. Crushing Kelly's hurt. In fact, I think Crushing Kelly just got crushed. Oh, no. There you see Crushing Kelly, and she's pissed. So now that's one huge weapon out of their arsenal. Shouldn't try to be flashy with the passing. Yeah, exactly. But unfortunately now Kelly got knocked out of the game. We'll see if she can get back in, but...
And for the second time tonight,
and I just noticed there's a cameo appearance by Cam Newton. And barely, but just enough for a field goal. And it was by Gonzalez.
It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick
a 50-yard field goal from Gonzalez? Really? I wasn't even paying attention to how far he was kicking it, but that was pretty good. 50 yards. That's incredible.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
Now the Bears have a chance to, with a touchdown, tie the game with an extra point, go ahead by one.
Because
I said that has to be.
Establish a rhythm in the
Okay.
second half and get going. Make no mistake about it, though.
I'll have to check the
in their game plan. They need to get
the stats after the game, win or lose.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Fields.
And Fields tries to make a run for it.
Can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Hassan Reddick. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
And a sack.
What you do need to know as a young quarterback, if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick, and you have to know where to go with the football, really, in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure.
All right, there we go. Also, thank you, Patty.
Second level.
And Fields going backwards and a fumble.
Lost the football, and the Panthers have recovered.
And the Panthers, they recover. I mean, I was so busy with the damn bot that unfortunately for Fields, he fumbled it.
And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him.
And Brown gets his hands on the ball, and now the Panthers have an excellent chance to really put this game away.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the
Great
pressure
play
was
there
still
by the
there,
defense.
And he ended up coughing it up.
All right, so 13 and 7, and with Carolina, they have an excellent opportunity to just make this very difficult for Chicago, and for them to turn it over, it could not have happened at a worse time. And Cuevas gets stuffed. In fact, he gets pushed back 3 yards.
Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Well, it's apparent the defense
a tackle for loss, and it happened at the expense of Brandon Cuevas by Quinn.
Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Black.
And Atticus gets a completion. 6 yards. 3rd and goal.
6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
All right, so 3rd and goal. They're going to run it.
Run here on 3rd and goal.
And he only gets 1 yard on that
so
one.
It brings up 4th and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
I don't know what the hell's going on here.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Gonzalez's kick is good.
Well, that's a field goal, and that will increase it to a 2-score game. Or actually, no, more than a, yeah, a 2-score game.
Second field goal here this 3rd quarter, and his 3rd of the game so far.
Because that's more than just a touchdown. That's 8 points, actually.
Said and done. So I would treat him like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. Leave him alone and let him focus.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal.
So while we were doing, while we were focusing on, or not focusing, as we were dealing with the damn bot, and I apologize for those who are watching this. I don't know why they do this. It's so stupid.
Do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Anyway, first and 10 at the 24. 35 seconds left. Unfortunately, the Bears are just not getting anything done. I mean, Carolina is just on fire on both ends.
Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
All right, so 2nd 11.
To throw is Fields.
And Fields gonna run it.
And this one too low.
What kind of a throw was that?
Receiver Marquise Goodwin. And it's 3rd down. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts
3rd and 11
fast,
with 4 seconds left and at the 22. I mean, if Chicago's going to win this, they got to make this first down. They go for a run. Wow. They get nothing on that one, and that's the end of that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter.
You are watching the NFL.
Yeah, yes, exactly, Patty. I reported some of them.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to
and
Fields.
They go for it. Oh, wait, we got a flag.
But there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is
and what is this? Defensive pass interference, and it comes at the expense of the Carolina Panthers, and that gives Chicago a first down that they so desperately needed.
They like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
Fields, completion, and he gets it to Joshua James.
Looks like right at the 40. 5 yards on
That's only his 3rd reception. You're going to have to get him going.
The same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past
Stephon Gilmore on the pass interference. Oh, dear.
But boy, once he gets his
another completion and forced out of bounds.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Well, now Justin Fields starting to get into a rhythm, and if that's the case, Chicago still has a chance.
They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Yeah, exactly, Patty.
Now a 1st down throw.
1st and 10, and he's going to go deep.
And it'll be incomplete.
Man, had Robinson been able to get a good hold on that ball, that would have been a huge reception.
This defense is continuing to
contest incomplete
every
as it
deep
is.
Ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Fields throwing again.
And Fields going to run.
Chased out left.
And he gives himself up, so it's now 3rd and 4.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Fields gets a lot of time, and he gets a completion, and he gets it to the 16-yard line, and he got it to Goodwin. And that's only his 2nd reception, but it's a big one. And of course, Matt Rule, not very happy with this defensive coordinator, giving up these big plays as more recent.
Here the entire second half.
And of course, these two teams already had a 1st-round bye, so they didn't have to win a game to get here. They already got here.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw.
Completion, and he gets it to Joshua James.
That's James. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 2nd and 3 from the 9. Montgomery back to the
Montgomery with a run.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
With enough momentum to get a 1st down and a 1st and goal.
And good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Right now, Carolina with a 9-point lead.
Here's Fields.
And almost got it. That was close. Nice defensive play.
And help force the incompletion.
A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now Fields.
Fields has to throw it away.
But it's incomplete.
Now 3rd and goal.
Captain is batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
2:46 left. 5-yard line.
4-down territory. Back to throw. Fields.
And oh wait, we got a flag.
We do have a penalty flag down.
And who's this against?
Let's see what that's about.
That is, what is this? Defensive pass interference. 4 yards.
The penalty occurred in the end zone. Move the ball to the 1-yard line.
That's going to put them at the 1, and that's going to reset their downs. Not good if you're Carolina, because now that just gives Chicago all the more ammunition to make a run or make a pass. Let's see what they do. They're going to run it. But did he get enough? He did. It's a touchdown.
David Montgomery
and that pass interference, penalty that Carolina committed might have just bitten them in the butt, because now they are just an extra point away from having a 2-point game or a 2-point conversion for a 1-point game.
But how about that? Big time.
We'll have to find out what they do.
If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
All right, so what are they going to do?
Now the try here for the point.
They're going to go for the extra point. Not a bad idea.
And it's good.
So now it's a 2-point game.
14 our score.
And now the question is, can Carolina hold on to the ball?
13 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run
And
that
can
polished it all off.
Chicago get it back? We'll have to find out. I mean, now the crowd has gotten silent. They know that Chicago is coming.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock.
All right, so at the 22, first and 10.
Timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think
and also for Jamar, I'm not sure if you're still in here, but if you are, your game is up next. Unless, of course, you wish to save it for, like, say, tomorrow morning, which I could do, but it's up to you.
We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it
first and 10.
And punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4
and they hand it off to Brandon, and you know, rightfully so. I mean, Brandon has just been an unstoppable force. I mean, they've only been able to slow him down.
But it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
All right, so 2nd and 6. Clock winding down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
2-minute warning.
And that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter.
If you're Chicago, I mean, to try to find you have to be prepared for anything. You have to anticipate a run, but you also have to, you know, prepare for any surprise pass plays there.
To get this one to the finish line.
They hand it off,
some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
and they get it to the 30-yard line, and a timeout used up by the Bears.
With 1:56 to go.
So now big play here, because if they get a first down, they'll definitely be able to run out the clock some more. But if you're Chicago, you've got to get this stop somehow, some way.
I think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
They hand it off, and they get the first down.
He's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Oh, big first down there by Brandon Cuevas.
As they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
And they're going to continue to run it down.
And he's got it up over the 40.
And they use all 3 timeouts, so if they don't get a stop in the next 2 downs, it's pretty much over for Chicago. I mean, Chicago, they fell behind, and they fell behind early in a hole. And as much as they tried to dig themselves out, they just couldn't dig their way out all the way. They hand it. Well, they get one stop.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away.
Nice surprise pass play and a flag. What's the flag for?
First down and a late flag here too.
A face mask against the defense, and that's pretty much gonna do it. That's gonna do it. That'll put them at the 30-yard line past midway.
Talk about a play.
Yeah, that's gonna seal it for Carolina. And congratulations. Barring a miracle and barring a bad play on the part of Carolina, I think Carolina's going to win this one and run out the clock. But Brandon just he couldn't be stopped, and Patty and the rest of the defense, they did their part, and they did just enough to keep it a lead for Carolina.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation.
So congratulations to Brandon and Patty. And for Chicago, they have nothing to hang their heads down. They can hang their heads high, but they just ran out of gas, and unfortunately they gave up too many points to Carolina.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
In fact, you could say they gave up a field goal too many.
That means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in
Woohoo,
the left-hand column
Panthers!
for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids.
And that's it. Carolina holds on 16-14,
So
and they get the win.
A victory for Carolina.
And for Matt Nagy,
it wasn't really always pretty. They
just goes to show, as good of a coach as he may be.
They needed to do at home to get the win.
I mean, and of course, Matt Rule is not exactly a great coach himself, but it just goes to show that he's a better coach than Matt Nagy, that's for sure.
They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win down.
I mean, of course, they had the players, especially with Atticus, Brandon,
every team wants to
crushing
be
Kelly
physical,
before
but
she
we
got
heard
taken
that
out,
a million times, right?
and they have Patty
Those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have
Chase.
to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
What I might have to do, and I don't know if Jamar is still in the chat, but Jamar, if you're still in the chat, let me know. Otherwise, I will just wait until tomorrow morning to do it. Of course, I would only be doing one game, but it would be the Giants and Falcons, or at the Falcons, rather.
The NFL on EA Sports.
So the Panthers win.
Panthers are winners here as we say so long.
Oh, okay, so Jamar, you're still in the chat. Okay. See, I wasn't sure because as long as you were in the chat, I can then make the game happen. Okay. All right, cool. Cool. Oh, Jamar, would you like to have this game right now or save it in the morning? Or the next day? I'll let you think about that, but in the meantime, let's show off the stats. While Atticus didn't play the best in that he didn't have a touchdown, and that's the only thing he didn't have in his favor, and while Justin Fields had it, he played well enough, to give his team the win. The next day, okay, so I will save that for the next day. So tomorrow will be a one-game stream, but of course, the headliner will be Jamar. Let me get my pop out, or not my pop out, the Excel sheet. So it's going to be him. It's going to be Jamar Games, MSW, King Feck, and Walter Johnson for the Falcons as they take on the Giants that consist of Brooklyn Joker, Biological, Adrian Chambly, and Jay Vertis. So that's who is on each team. Anyway, back to the stats. Brandon, of course, had 30. Sorry, I went too fast here. Had 31 yards, but he had a touchdown to go with what he had. And for receptions, I mean, Crushing Kelly had 5 receptions, but and 32 yards, but that was before she got injured. And hopefully she'll be all right for the next game. But then Brandon also had 4 receptions himself. Drum Monkey had a touchdown with 65 yards on 3 receptions, which is great. And unfortunately, Jason Peters and Larry Barome each allowed a sack. Not good if, you're Chicago. And as a matter of fact, Hassan Reddick had 2 sacks. But who got the other ones? Morgan Fox and Brian Burns. Oh, and then for Zane Gonzalez, well, I'll tell you what. Brandon, it was actually 54 yards. You actually got it right. 54 yards. Incredible. 54 yards. I mean, that's incredible, though. So, yeah, 54 yards. So that's going to do it. So yes, I will be back tomorrow. And, of course, it'll be a one-game stream, but darn it, what a game that's going to be. The Giants at the Falcons. And, of course, the winner will get to face off against the Carolina Panthers in the semifinals. So stay tuned for that game tomorrow. And I'm probably going to go at around, I want to say, at around 10 or at around 2 p.m. Eastern. That's what I'm going to shoot for. 2 p.m. Eastern for that game. And then of course, after that, I got to get ready for church and everything else. But other than that, though, I hope you guys had fun. No. So I hope you had fun. And then for Patty and Brandon, congratulations on winning. Also, congratulations to the Broncos and the Jaguars, as they each won their games. But until then, this is Deju22 signing off, saying goodbye. And don't let anything stop you. Just keep on rolling. And just roll with the punches. Until then, I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody. Or have a good night, I should say, for most. Peace out, everybody.